のでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
Teenage is the age of dreaming. To think you have the ability to shape your future in your own hands just gives us a sense of unfathomable power which lies within us. But what good is a sharpshooter without a target to hit? Most people in our day and age aim to become someone rich and famous, for good reasons as well. The bottom line is, we all aim to be happy, is it not? We think if we become unreasonably famous and have enough money to bathe in every single day and yet be able to afford all the possible luxuries in the world has to offer, that would somehow fill a certain void which has manifested inside almost all of us in our day and age. I hope this is working. It's it's 2:42 in the morning while I'm recording this. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. About 4 to 5 months ago, it was reported in the news that Sushant Singh Rajput committed suicide. Now, I don't know if it was a suicide or murder. There's a lot of people showing evidence for it to be a murder. It might be a murder. I genuinely have no idea. But when it was reported for the next few weeks, people genuinely believed that it was nothing else except for suicide. After that news, 7 more cases were reported. 7 more people had committed suicide because they were influenced by Sushant Singh Rajput's actions. Suicide or not, the damage had been done. Let's go back in the first 2-3 weeks where people genuinely thought that Sushant had committed suicide. Because guess what? That was the reality for the 7 people who killed themselves. Sushant Singh Rajput, an actor, a model, a guy who has all the money that he will ever need in his life. He even had a girlfriend. He found love. He had money to buy everything. He looked amazing. He was a model, for God's sake. He did acting as his profession, which was his supposed passion, along with other stuff such as astronomy and coding, which he pursued as well because he had the money to. On surface level, these guys, people like Avicii, Sushant, these are behemoths in front of commoners like you and me. These people, they have everything they need to live the rest of their lives in complete luxury. But yet, Avicii chose to commit suicide. Sushant chose to commit suicide. It won't take me a single Google search to find even tens and hundreds more rich people who committed suicide. You know what? I will. It took me less than 10 seconds to find hundreds, and I swear to God, hundreds of famous people who had committed suicide by hanging. One of the more popular people being Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Everyone knew when that happened, Avicii. But being an Indian, and I assume most Indians would be watching, I will focus on Indians who had committed suicide, like Guru Dutt. He was an actor from 50s, I believe. Sushant Singh Rajput, Kuljit Radwa, Kushal Punjabi, Pratyusha Banerjee, Jaya. Think of this. Let's take a random person. Let's take Rahul. Rahul, an Indian, average Indian, born into a middle class family, has loving parents. He aspires to be an actor, just like Sushant Singh Rajput. He is at the age of 16. From the age of 11, from the age he developed his proper consciousness and knew his presence in this world and felt everyone else's presence, he decided that he wanted to become an actor because he saw Sushant Singh Rajput. He saw that he's so famous, he has so much money, he's handsome, he's doing all these big, crazy deals. He's so happy. Or let's take someone else, let's take Raghav. An average guy born into a middle class family at the age of 17, he thinks he wants to become he wants to become a musician because he saw Avicii, he saw Chester Bennington perform live, and he thought these people are so rich, these rich motherfuckers. I wanna be like them, perform in front of so many people because that's what happiness is, isn't it? Isn't that what happiness is? Rahul, Raghav, and tens and thousands of many more people who look up to all these people dedicated their whole lives to become like them because they thought this would give them happiness, this would fill the void, this would make them feel again, it would deal with their numbness which has always been inside them. But then the next day they open social media, they see Avicii committed suicide, Chester Bennington committed suicide, Sushant Singh Rajput committed. What? Don't don't people who are depressed, they commit suicide, right? And being depressed means you're sad. You're telling me these people were sad? So you're telling me that I invested the last 5, 6, 7, 20, 30 years of my whole life to become like all these people because I thought this would give me happiness, and you're telling me that they weren't happy? That they weren't happy with what they had? Is true happiness even a thing? Will I ever really be happy? Worms, I hear you ask. So what's the meaning of this? Do you mean to say that I shouldn't aspire for anything? Or do you mean to say I should aspire to become an actor or a musician or a dancer just because they're popular and they have a lot of money? Are you telling me that's a bad idea? No, no, that's absolutely not what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is absolute happiness is a lie. If you're always happy and don't know what being sad feels like, happiness has no meaning to it. That's what people call being numb. So, what should I do with my life, Worms? I hear you ask again in a pathetic voice. It's 3 in the morning and I'm in front of the camera recording with a fucking dildo looking ass microphone, and you think I have the answer to that? Oh boy, are you in for a surprise? I'm 16 years old. I was born in 2004, 16th of June. I have absolutely zero fucking idea what I'm doing with my life. Why am I making this video? What's the purpose? What's the aim? Awareness. In India, people look down upon mental health as if it's something जो बस ठीक हो जाएगा. टाइम देंगे तो ठीक हो ही जाएगा. क्यों नहीं भाई, क्यों नहीं? हाथ कटा है तुम्हारा, तुम्हें ब्रूस आई है, तुम पट्टी बांधो, 5 दिन वेट करो, ठीक हो जाएगा. खांसी आई है ब्रो, तुम वेट चिल मारो, ठीक हो जाओगे. I've known people who've been depressed. I've known people who've been suicidal. I've known people who take antidepressant pills. I've seen them suffer. It's not pleasant. It's not easy. I'm making this video not with the hope that this will get popular and people will start talking about mental health. Sure, that would be amazing. I just made this video as a food for thought. Don't let wealth and fame blind your judgment when it comes to understanding what profession will provide you with happiness. It's a simple rule. Just find something you love and find a way to monetize it. I love to sleep. That shit's not monetizable. So guess what? I kicked myself out of my bed. I opened my laptop, be it at 3 in the fucking morning. But you know what? At least the next day I'm going to wake up thinking I did something. I did try to do something. I encourage you all to do the same. Just fucking do something, alright?